to Prospect Place, which I'm sure will be out, I think, sometime in July. There should be a preview for it relatively soon, but I'm excited for it. Adam and crew always do such great work, and they've always been great friends of ours, so it's fun for us to be able to watch and support what they do. So go check them out, find it on YouTube, find it, and I'm sure you can find it plenty of places actually, but probably the majority of it on YouTube. So we're back here, and I've just got a couple little things I want to read through, just kind of interesting stories that I found. The first one from Oddity World is called 6 Scary Facts About the Exorcist That Will Creep You Out. Let's see, if you're a movie fan or a horror film enthusiast, one of the films you shouldn't miss is The Exorcist. The film was about how a demon possession of a young girl named Regan terrorized the people around her. The film premiered in 1973, scared a lot of people who watched it. Some viewers hospitalized or even died due to the film's shocking theme. Interesting enough, right? The film is highly recognized due to its box office success, sequels, spoofs, controversies, and a lot more. Before I go on, I'm not going to read through the whole thing, like all the tidbits. I'm just going to basically give you the facts and a little information behind them. The one thing I'll say before I read it, though, Hollywood kind of just needs to leave these classic movies where they are. They don't always need sequels or prequels or whatever they feel like they need to do with them. Because by that point, you just change the original story so much that it just... I guess if you're a diehard fan of the original films, it shouldn't detract from how you feel about the original movie, but sometimes they go away from the original theme or the original storyline so much that you almost kind of forget what was going on in the original film. I mean, just in my opinion here, just leave the movies, let the originals sit with everyone and become those classics and stay those classics. To me, the redos or the reboots and the sequels and whatever else just kind of take away from the legacy of the original films, especially when the reboots or the sequels are absolutely horrible, which, probably 90% of them have turned out to be. But I won't go any further into that. Let's see here. Fact number 1. Ellen Burstyn, Chris MacNeil, got her permanent spinal injury on set. Look at that. Fact number 2. Film screening in Rome, Italy experienced creepy forces of nature. How would you like that? Have you sitting in a theater and have stuff start like flying all over the room or something? That'd be weird, huh? Fact number 3. Mercedes McCambridge, aka Regan's demon voice. We'll kind of read through this one. McCambridge is the horrifying voice of Regan, or Regan, however you say it. She was hired, but she was not included on the end credits. McCambridge sued them because of this. She was credited for her work eventually. Years after her involvement in the film, she experienced a lot of trials in life. Her son killed his wife and kids, and also himself. McCambridge even received a suicide letter of resent from her son. That's just kind of bleh. Fact number 4. The unexplained fire. A fire destroyed the first set of the film, making the shooting delayed. Due to that incident, the interior sets of the MacNeil residence needed repair. The scary tidbit of this incident is that the only room that is spared from the fire is Regan's room. Look at that. Number 5, the beast... Oops, what was that? Oh, keyboard fell. The beast number is part of the film's post-production. Some of the film's post-production editing was done in 666 Fifth Avenue, New York. This led to other people's claims that the reels of the film were really possessed by the demon. Fact number 6. People involved in the film died during or prior to the release of the film. and just run through a little bit of a list here. During the film's production, a set night watchman and a set refrigeration technician both died. Max von Sidros, who played Father Merrin, his brother passed away. Linda Blair, who played Reagan, her grandfather passed away while the movie was being filmed. Before the film's release, Jack McGowan, who played Burke, died of flu complications. And let's see if I can pronounce this one. Vasiliki Malieros. And if somebody knows how to say that, let us know. Who played Kara's mother, died after she finished her participation in the film. So, a couple of interesting things there. And then what I'll do here, I'm not sure if I've done this or not, but I'm going to try to bring it up and just go through another little list here. It's from the Travel Channel. And let's see. It's called The Top 10 Paranormal Myths. And it's kind of an interesting list here. Like I said, I don't remember if I've actually brought this one up before. If I have, I apologize, but it's kind of an interesting thing to me. And it's from Aaron Sagers, who you've probably heard of at some point. Number 1, paranormal facts exist. The term paranormal applies to anything currently beyond the range of scientific explanation. So anyone who claims they have access to the rule book of the paranormal and that they know a foolproof way of making a ghost go boo is probably a charlatan or about to be pretty famous. Plenty of researchers, including reputable scientists, have compelling theories about unexplained phenomena and are attempting to apply those utilizing the scientific method, but so far paranormal facts don't quite exist. And just speaking on that, I know that I've said this plenty of times, but there really are no experts in the paranormal field. My reasoning behind my own little theory there is based on the fact that everything in this field is almost constantly changing. What we thought, was a valid way of doing something, a week ago, could turn out this week to be something that just doesn't work, or something that did work and then now is just kind of a wasted amount of time during an investigation. The whole field is based on, and again, just because it's not an exact science here, and again, it's not an exact science, the whole field is based on opinion and theory. That's all we have to go on. There's really no real foolproof way of proving the paranormal. I mean, we can feel like we have proved it to ourselves. That's all fine and dandy. But until there is something completely solid that science will accept, this is where we stand. And we don't say these things to offend people in the paranormal field or anything like that. It's just what we believe. As soon as there is something concrete, science will start recognizing it, and maybe over the rest of our work will be a little bit more appreciated. But until then, we stick to the fact that there are no experts because we just don't know what's actually going on yet. So, number 2 on the list, ghosts only come out at night. And this is another kind of thing. Actually, here at some point, probably again in the fall, we may be tackling a daytime investigation in an outdoor setting. So hopefully we can get in there when there's really no people around and do whatever else. And I will be able to inform you that it's going to involve a Native American tribe of mound builders here in Ohio. So hopefully that will turn out really, really fun and great for us. Anyway, number 2, ghosts only come out at night. There are a lot of reasons to ghost hunt at night. The world quiets down as the day fades away. Some locations only let you enter after close of daytime business hours. It is much creepier at night, and most importantly, it's the best time to play with your sweet night vision camera. But if you want to chase ghosts, you can just as effectively do it during the day, according to most paranormal researchers. In fact, it might even be a more effective time, because that's when the dead were probably most alive, if you think about that. If it is actually, an intelligent kind of haunting, you could probably communicate with them day or night. Maybe if you go to Gettysburg or something and you hear gunshots or cannon fire or whatever else, that could be a residual kind of thing as opposed to an actual intelligent haunting, and it's just kind of on a loop. Like, say that happens almost on like a set schedule throughout the night. So that would be a reason to be out at night at Gettysburg or something, that kind of thing. Let's see here, diving into a different side of the paranormal. For number 3, there is no physical evidence of Bigfoot. And I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Number 4, only old buildings are haunted. A decrepit, ancient Victorian mansion with broken windows, creaky floorboards, and moldy furniture may be the best haunted house in Hollywood, but it's not where ghosts necessarily hang out. Beyond just old houses, researchers claim to have found paranormal evidence in jails, asylums, hospitals, hotels, museums, battleships, cruise liners, cars, roads, and forests. New locations can also be haunted, as can the ground where a new building is established. There doesn't necessarily have to be a death on the property either. It is widely accepted within the paranormal community that objects and people themselves can be the focus of a haunting. Number 5, America's paranormal fascination is new. Although the paranormal has become quite popular with the arrival of investigation-based reality shows, America's fascination dates back to the origins of the nation. Let's see. The paranormal peaked in the U.S. in the mid-19th and early 20th centuries with the introduction of spiritualism, a religious philosophy that espoused that communication with the spirit world is positive. Mary Todd Lincoln, Mark Twain, and Harry Houdini were among the American celebrities who became part of the paranormal conversation, and the public gathered in homes and auditoriums to connect with the dead in seances. Beyond ghosts, future President Teddy Roosevelt wrote a frontiersman encounter with a Bigfoot-like creature in 1893, and other Sasquatch stories would periodically make their way into the news. Long before the Battle of Los Angeles in 1942 or the Roswell incident in 1947, airships were reported in the skies above America. And newspaperman S.E. Hayden wrote about the crash of such a ship in Aurora, Texas in 1897, about 6 years before the Wright brothers' first flight. Number 6 here. Aliens are little green men in flying saucers. Actually, the most popular aliens are little gray men, according to believers. In America, the grays are the... the grays are the common species when discussing alien encounters, and were supposedly found in the Roswell incident. The creatures supposedly have large black buggy eyes and a slit for a mouth on their oversized noggin. However, aggressive reptilians and blonde-haired Nordic humanoids have also been reported by eyewitnesses, along with dozens of other alien species. As for the flying saucer part, ufologists claim we should add flying crescents, cigar-shaped crafts, triangular ships, and a V-shaped craft to the classic flying saucer motif, which I think Jason and I have both had the same experience with a triangular craft around our area here. Number 7, no one still believes in vampires. The bloodsuckers from folklore have enjoyed a nice comeback in paranormal pop culture in the last few years, but they never completely went away in some societies. Recently, Indian politicians placed a $2,000 bounty on vampires sucking the blood from villagers' cattle in the town of whatever in Tamil Nadu, which called to mind the 2004 exhumation and subsequent staking of a corpse in Mureș Deșu in Romania. The supernatural ghouls may not resemble the